Okay, yesterday we had Red Sox, Mets, and Walker Buehler gets tossed from a game early in the game. And we've got a couple of views here. It's an interesting call. I've gotten a lot of emails about this. A lot of people have said that the umpire instigated this. I want your opinion. We've got a few different views. This first view right here is from the umpire cam, which is pretty cool. It shuts off kind of quickly because there's a lot of swearing that starts to happen, and the TV broadcast didn't want that on there. But let's check this out. I'm going to turn the volume up so that you can hopefully hear Walker Buehler. And actually, before I press play here, let me just show you what the pitch looked like so you guys can get a good look at the pitch. Okay, now that you've seen the pitch, here it is. So it was called a ball, and you're going to see the umpire right here put up the 2 balls, no strikes, and then listen to Buehler. Okay, so hopefully you could hear that. He shows the 2 balls, no strikes, and Buehler says, that's right down the middle. That's right down the middle. And then the umpire says, hey, get back on the, and it cuts out, but he says, hey, get back on the mound. So now this is the next clip. I'm going to show you a couple different angles. So he says, hey, get back on the mound. He's going to start to walk out here. We're going to get a close-up in a second. So just to give you a kind of a timeline of how long it took for him to get ejected, you can see that there. Now again, I am not John Boy, but this is pretty easy to read Walker Buehler's lips. He says, that ball's right down the effing middle. That ball's right down the effing middle. Says it twice. And then I saw another shot somewhere online. And after he said that twice, then he goes, F you. And again, here's the umpire. He says, I think he says, get back on the mound, get back on the mound. I'll call the game, you throw the game. And then he says, stop right there. He gives him a couple of warnings. So again, if we go back, let's go back again. And so again, he says, get back on the mound. Right there, get back on the mound. I'll call the game, you pitch the game, or you throw the game. And now he gives him another warning because Walker's still walking towards him. Again, we'll see a different view in a second. Then he says, stop again. And then he tosses him right there. And this is a good view. I'm going to play this from full speed again so you can kind of see, because Buehler yelled at him. Now the umpire's coming out. Buehler's walking out. The umpire keeps coming. And so this is where people are saying like the umpire kind of instigated, because if you can see how far he's charging at Buehler, and Buehler, he's saying get back on the mound, and Buehler is on the mound. He's not on the rubber, but he's on the mound. Right? And then he tosses him. So here are kind of my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. The umpire is definitely aggressive. He's approaching Buehler, but he did allow Buehler to say 2 times, that ball's right down the middle. That ball's right down the middle. He said it 2 times. So now he takes his mask off, because you can't really let the pitcher just keep screaming at you that the pitch is down the middle. And he says, get back on the mound, like, let's stop it. I'll call the game, you throw the game. Because you can't really argue balls and strikes. And then Buehler starts to get into, that's right down the effing middle. So now he's getting more animated, screaming more. Umpire gives him like 3 or 4 warnings to kind of stop. And then again, he eventually gets tossed, and then he drops the FU on him. So I do think, obviously, anytime you throw at a pitcher, it's a huge deal. That's really affecting the game. And so I think as an umpire, you're not trying to eject. I mean, you don't want to really eject anyone. You definitely don't want to eject a pitcher because, like I said, that changes an entire game. It can change an entire series because now it affects the bullpen. But at the same time, you can't allow the pitcher to just keep screaming at you that you missed the call and the ball's right down the middle. And I've been in a lot of games where there is a little bit of jawing back and forth between either the catcher, the umpire, the pitcher, the umpire. But if it does continue, if it keeps going on, then the only real option the umpire has is to toss you from the game. He's not just going to sit there and let you scream at him the whole time about how you missed the call. So did he come out aggressive? Yes, I think he did. I guess he could have just stayed back and said, hey, stop, enough. But I also can see, like, Buehler, you let him know he missed the call, which he did miss the call. But eventually you do kind of have to just quit it and move on to the next pitch. So I'm interested again to see what you think in the comment section below. Let me know. Was this more on the umpire? Is this more on Buehler? Let's talk about it. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Give it a thumbs up. All that good stuff. And we'll talk to you later. If you've got hitters that you're looking to improve before the start of next season, this is essential for you.
Matt Antonelli here, former Major League player, first-round pick, and college coach. With this course, we're going to show you exactly, step-by-step, how to generate power, develop bat speed, and enhance swing mechanics. Regardless of your hitter's age, this course is going to deliver advanced hitting techniques that will allow any hitter to get better and make an impact at the plate this spring. We have a full catalog of training content that you can access from anywhere at any time. This course is perfect for players, parents, coaches, instructors, and more. Our course has helped hitters all over the country at different competition levels, and the feedback that we've received has been outstanding. The work you put in now will drive your success at the plate this spring. Get the essential knowledge that you need to take your game to the next level.